Now it's thin so far for the NDA 2 days after the election results with allies, smaller parties and independents put together. But a lot of creases still remain to be ironed out while the swearing in most likely will happen on the 9th. Before that, the BJP has the onerous task of deciding what the new government will look like. The party leaders met today at JP Nadda's residence. TDP leaders also are in the national capital holding a meeting. Sources say that the ruling alliance will be putting up a big show of strength tomorrow with all NDA chief ministers, deputy CM, MPs reaching the national capital on a day that the NDA will stake claim to form the government. Chandrababu Naidu is also going to fly in all of his members of parliament. But amidst the preparations of government formation, there are a few bouncers that the BJP will have to dodge or play skillfully. To begin with comes the claim by TMC MP Abhishek Banerjee that 3 BJP MPs are in touch with him. He's reported to have said this in a meeting of the INDI bloc in Wednesday on Delhi. Then there are the demands of the allies. With the TDP, the second largest party in the alliance, driving a hard bargain. Reports suggest that it has even asked for the big two, defence and home, and in addition to that, the Speaker's post. In fact, we are told that the allies have hit upon the formula of one ministry for every 4 MPs that they bring to the table. But perhaps the most problematic issue is going to be the demand to relook certain key schemes of the government, some at the stage of a proposal and some that have already been rolled out. The JDU today, for example, said that there should be modifications made to the Agniveer scheme, a demand that the BJP is mum on.
अग्निवीर योजना को लेकर के मतदाताओं के एक हिस्से में नाराजगी रही है। हमारी पार्टी चाहती है कि विस्तार से उन कमियों खामियों को दूर किया जाए, जिसको लेकर के जनता ने सवाल उठाए। यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड पर पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष होने के नाते विधि आयोग के अध्यक्ष श्री चौहान को मुख्यमंत्री चिट्ठी लिख चुके हैं। हम इसके विरुद्ध नहीं है, लेकिन जितने भी स्टेक होल्डर्स हैं, चाहे मुख्यमंत्री हो, चाहे डिफरेंट पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज हों या डिफरेंट सेक्ट्स हों, उनसे बातचीत करके इसका हल निकाला जाना चाहिए।
सरकार बनने दीजिए, मगर ये जो गलत सरकार की योजनाएं जैसे अग्निवीर, ये तो इसके खिलाफ तो पूरा देश है। तो मैं समझता हूं कि इसमें जो जेडीयू ने कहा वो ठीक ही कहा है इस बारे में कि अग्निवीर की योजना तुरंत समाप्त होनी चाहिए, लेकिन पहले सरकार तो बनने दीजिए, उसके बाद ही कहेंगे कुछ।
So where does that leave the BJP? The Congress naturally is taking a swipe at the party as a hobbled entity, but will they be able to hit upon a magic please all formula? In fact, sources have suggested that the BJP will keep all the main ministries with themselves. They are not going to accede to any kind of blackmail. It is going to be a cohesive coalition. But will that include taking another look at some major schemes like Agniveer? JVC Sriram, political strategist and commentator, joins us along with Dr. Chandan Yadav, State Secretary of the JDU, Lokesh Jindal, political analyst. Dr. Chandan Yadav, बीजेपी के सूत्र बता रहे हैं कि कोई रीलुक नहीं होने वाला है और अग्निवीर ऑलरेडी रोल आउट हो चुका है। इस तरीके की डिमांड्स क्या अलायंस में प्रॉब्लम नहीं क्रिएट करेंगी?
नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं। सबसे पहले तो आपको बहुत धन्यवाद। यहाँ कहीं कोई प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट नहीं होगा। अगर कोई समस्या आई है, क्योंकि देख लीजिए एनडीए के हम लोग पार्ट हैं और हम लोग सीधे जनता के बीच में गए थे चुनाव में, तो वहां से जो बातें सामने आई है, तो एक सजग मित्र होने के नाते हम लोगों का ये दायित्व बनता है कि जो भी सरकार फॉर्म हो रही है एनडीए की, उसमें जो जनता का भावना उनसे अपने नेताओं को हम अवगत कराएं। तो इसमें बहुत ज्यादा समस्या की बात नहीं है और ये सब बैठ करके बड़े नेताओं को देख लेंगे। यहाँ कोई समस्या की बात नहीं है और किसी भी तरीके से अलायंस पर कोई प्रभाव नहीं पड़ने वाला है।
Okay, let me actually show our viewers why is it that the JDU is a little worried right now about the outcome of Agniveer in subsequent elections. Should this scheme continue? Should this recruitment continue in its current form? Let's take a look at the Lok Sabha polling data from the last few days. First, beginning with Uttar Pradesh, we looked at a cluster of seats which were affected by the Agniveer scheme. How did the various parties fare on those seats? A total of 8 seats were affected by the Agniveer scheme. The BJP Plus last time around had won on 8 of those seats. This time around, they have won on all 8 of those seats, but take a look at the vote share, and this is going to be critical. In 2019, on these 8 seats, which have a direct impact of the Agniveer scheme, a large part of them in western Uttar Pradesh, for example, where a lot of young men queue up to get recruited into the Army, Air Force and the Navy, the vote share of the BJP was 66.84%. In 2024, it has come down to 53.38%, more than 13% dip in the vote share. On the other hand, the Samajwadi Party and Congress together in these Agniveer affected seats have gone from 12.3% up to 32.75%. The BSP also has gained marginally. They have gained, in fact, they've gained quite a bit. From 0, they have gone to 12.41%. And that makes me wonder, JVC Sriram, if actually the BJP will be forced to err on the side of caution. A reduction of vote share by 13% is huge. At an assembly, it could be suicidal. JVC.
Mark my words, Padmaja. There are 2 schemes like, say, farm laws and also Agniveer. The government has done with a lot of good intentions. But unfortunately, the communication has been lacking. Now, at least when JDU says review this, I would take it as a very positive frame of mind, saying that probably have a review of it, have a discussion on it, and then come out with a clear-cut presentation and communication. After the farm laws repulsion was done, I traveled to different parts of Maharashtra, and most of the sugarcane farmers and other farmers never understood what was this farm law. And when few of them I said, this is what is farm law, they said that there is nothing wrong in it. So the problem is not the implementation of the law. The problem is basically communication. And sometimes legislations have been passed at the last minute in the parliament. I'm not against BJP on any of these things, but I'm talking practically, these were the problems faced in Modi 2.0.
In fact, remember, this is one of those schemes which has a pan-India effect and has a large effect also in the Hindi belt. In places like Bihar, in Himachal Pradesh, in Uttarakhand, in Rajasthan, there is barely any state in our country which does not send its young men into the armed forces. Take a look at Haryana, for example, which is going to see assembly elections as well in just a few months from now. What was the Agniveer impact according to our cluster data from the Lok Sabha elections? Now, there were a total of 6 seats which get impacted by Agniveer according to our analysis. Of this, the BJP last time had won all 6. Of course, they had a clean sweep in Haryana. This time around, they are down to 4. So of the 6 seats which are impacted by Agniveer, they are down to 4. The Congress has managed to gain 2 of those seats. And look at the vote share. From 60% in 2019, the vote share of the BJP is down to 48% in the Agniveer seats. And the Congress's vote share has gone up from 30% to 47%. Lokesh Jindal, the allegation of the BJP is that this was meant to be a major reform. You spread the misinformation and that fear psychosis stuck, whether it was the farm law, whether it was Agniveer. Now, communication is the issue, not a revisiting. Lokesh Jindal.
Absolutely not, Padmaja. If you talk about a career in defense services, I would disagree with my friend JVC. Sir, all the aspirants, students, they are well aware of the nature of the service. When they look forward for a career in defense services, every aspect, right from their commitment to the nation towards making a lifelong career, everything, they have it in mind. But with Agniveer scheme, claiming that 25% of those would be retained, the others would be let off, now this creates a lot of uncertainty. In fact, historically, military services has not just been any other service, it has been a means for social mobility. In the village, when a student, when any child goes for joining the military, the entire family is revered with a lot of respect. And when that particular child would be returning back, that he has not been retained into the military. Now that is something which would be frowned upon with respect to a rural heartland, hinterland that I'm talking about. So the government need not happen in US.
No, it's not like people will be left without a job. Only 25% of them would be absorbed into the armed forces. The rest would have reservations in other armed forces as well. This is about communication.
Exactly.
JVC.
But that's what I'm talking about. The Congress party in the last 5 years has done fear mongering. has spread lies, and they were responsible for all the protest that has been happening in the nation. Take right in the beginning, I said it's a lack of communication. What they have done, what the Congress party's supporter is doing now, he is saying 25% will be taken and 75% will be left out. No. What is the amount of money they are going to get? What are the kind of opportunities they would get in border security force, in other paramilitary operations, in police services, and they can start their own entrepreneurship because of the money that they are going to earn. And there will be a lot of people who would have had the army experience in case of emergency. So much can be used.
Yes, Padmaja, there was the movie Sam Bahadur, where Sam Bahadur says, the General Manekshaw says, soldier nahi दूंगा. अगर आपको ठेकेदार चाहिए, वर्कमैन चाहिए, मिस्त्री चाहिए, or any other profession, he will give access to certain employees, but he shall not give the soldiers for doing such tasks. And what is the Agniveer scheme doing? That those 25%, those of the students who will not be retained, the soldiers, they would be left for civil jobs. You are expecting a soldier who has
डॉक्टर चंदन यादव, अभी जिस तरीके से आज कांग्रेस ने फॉर एग्जांपल एक मीम उन्होंने दिखाया है, ऐसा लग रहा है कि फूट डालो तमाशा देखो टाइप का एक सिचुएशन है, जहां पे कई सारे इश्यूज पे जहां पे डिफरेंसेस, जैसे कि आपने अग्निवीर का मुद्दा उठाया है, कांग्रेस अभी कह रही है कि देखो ये अलायंस इज अनटेनेबल एंड दे आर एंजॉयिंग द शो.
नहीं, कांग्रेस क्या कह रही है उससे बहुत फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला है. कांग्रेस तो 70 साल इस देश में राज की, आज उसकी हालत क्या है उसको तो खुद मूल्यांकन करना चाहिए, खुद देखना चाहिए अपना. और जहां तक एनडीए का सवाल है, अभी आपने बहुत अच्छी तरीके से ब्रीफ कर दिया है कि चीजें हम लोगों के पक्ष में बहुत हद तक कमी है. अगर आंकड़े कमे हैं, वोटर परसेंटेज कमा है, तो उसके लिए रिव्यू करना चाहिए. वही हमारे नेता ने भी कहा है. और एनडीए के एक मजबूत पार्ट होने के नाते एनडीए को मजबूत करने की जिम्मेवारी भी हम लोगों के कंधे पर है. कहां से पब्लिक का ओपिनियन आ रहा है, कहां से क्या रिव्यू आ रहा है, वो सब चीजें सरकार में जाएगी, तभी एनडीए और मजबूत होगा.
Lokesh, you seem to be really enjoying it, and every day there is a new. If we can just take a look at that meme that was put out by the Congress, every day there is a new this thing saying कि भाई आज इसलिए the alliance is not going to survive because everybody wants different seats. Then you say, oh, because of Agnipath this alliance is not going to survive. In fact, Abhishek Banerjee said in the meeting of the alliance that 3 BJP MPs are in touch with us. So is this just like एक फूट डालने का जिसको मतलब आप जबरदस्ती trying to create trouble?
पद्मजा जी, यादव जी के शब्द भले ही भाजपा के हों, विचार कांग्रेस के ही है. और ये भी जानते हैं अच्छी तरह से कि जो विचारधारा है, हमारी वैचारिक जो एक सोच है, वो मेल खाती है. यादव जी, मैं आप बिल्कुल मन में चाहते हैं इस बात की सराहना करने के लिए, लेकिन नेसेसिटी है कि आपको अपोज करना है.
अरे आप चंदन यादव के मन की बात इतने अच्छे से पढ़ लेते हैं. चंदन जी देखिए, आपके मन की बात आजकल कांग्रेस ज्यादा अच्छा समझ रही है.
नहीं, ये तो धीरेन्द्र शास्त्री का काम था, लेकिन अगर इन लोग समझ रहे हैं तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. लेकिन इन लोग को देख लीजिए, कांग्रेस क्या कर रही है वो तो खुद असमंजस में है. कांग्रेस तो खुद परेशान है कि वो करे क्या. इसलिए कांग्रेस को हम लोग बहुत नोटिस लेने वाले नहीं है. हम लोग जो आईएनडीए गठबंधन ही बनाने वाले लोग हैं, सब लोगों को एक प्लेटफॉर्म पे लाने वाले हम लोग हैं, तो फिर कांग्रेस तो एक पार्टी है, उससे क्या बात करेंगे हम लोग. उसको तो खुद मूल्यांकन करना चाहिए कि आखिर देश में ये स्थिति कैसे आ गई.
बताइए,
किस प्रकार से हम लोग.
लोकेश जिंदल, आत्ममंथन कर लीजिए जेडीयू के मन की बात सुनने की जगह.
बात की हमें खुशी है कि भले ही आप एनडीए में रहे, लेकिन आप स्कीम्स तो हमारी लगाओगे ना लागू.
बाय द वे, आपको पता है ना कि इन प्रिंसिपल जेडीयू ने कहा है हम यूसीसी सपोर्ट करते हैं. लोकेश जिंदल, द जेडीयू reiterated today we are in support of the UCC.
Padmaja, we are not against UCC, but the manner of the implementation of UCC is something we oppose.
Where has implementation come? It is not even in past. Look at it. Look at the sinister methods of congressmen. This is the problem. No, where is implementation? Where is the implementation?
Become aggressive like this, you have lost it.
Where is the implementation?
You will be losing it.
Where is the implementation, Lokesh?
See, if you talk about Article 44, it states specifically.
What about the implementation is problematic?
You said the word called implementation. Where was it implemented?
In all of Uttarakhand, there was a lengthy process which went on for over a year, where all stakeholders were consulted. Then it was brought in, and there hasn't been any trouble in Uttarakhand since.
Padmaja, in 1955 itself, Congress came out with Special Marriage Act. if you look at all the provisions of the Special Marriage Act.
That is not the point. My point is, you keep saying, okay, let me just keep throwing stuff at them. Maybe some of it will stick. Some of it is going to create trouble between the two of them. But Chandan Yadav जी, एक बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग फॉर्मूला जो है अब पता चला है, 4 MPs के बदले में 1 मंत्रालय मिलने का फॉर्मूला बताया गया है। ऐसा कहा जा रहा है क्योंकि टीडीपी के पास 16 सीटें हैं, 16 MPs हैं, वो 4 मिनिस्टर और 1 स्पीकर का पद भी मांग रहे हैं। In addition to that, of course, then you have the JDU, which has got 12 members of parliament. They are demanding 3 ministerial berths. Same applies to Shiv Sena also, RLD also. So the formula essentially is 4 MPs, 1 ministerial berth. क्या यही अब खींचतान की वजह से फॉर्मली स्टेट क्लेम नहीं किया गया है?
पद्मजा जी, कहीं कोई खींचतान नहीं है। और ये सब 4 MPs और 1 मिनिस्टर का जो फॉर्मूला है वो कहां से आया है, किसने बनाया है, ये सारी चीजों की जानकारी हम लोगों को नहीं है।
ये देखिए, आपने लोकेश जिंदल का दिल ही तोड़ दिया। पहले आपने कहा हम यूसीसी के साथ है, फिर आपने कह दिया कि कोई अंतर नहीं है ऑन द मिनिस्ट्री, फिर आपने कह दिया अग्निवीर भी हम अड़े नहीं हुए।
जिंदल जी का जो दिल है वो तो देश की जनता ने तोड़ दिया है, हम क्या करेंगे इसमें। हम लोग तो भाई वो देश जोड़ने चले थे, अब देश की जनता नहीं उनको नहीं जोड़ा तो इसमें हमारी क्या भूमिका होगी पद्मजा जी। और ये सब फॉर्मूला है, जैसा कि आपने पहले भी कहा कि कांग्रेस जो है वो कुछ एजेंडों पर काम कर रही है कि फूट डालना है, हालांकि इन सारे एजेंडों पर एनडीए को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला है। एनडीए के सारे शीर्ष के नेतृत्व ने कल फैसला कर लिया है, प्रधानमंत्री जी जब बनेंगे तो सारे मिनिस्ट्रियल जो होगा वो तय कर लिया जाएगा, कोई कंफ्यूजन नहीं है।
Okay, there is no confusion. I think what else can the rest of us say if the JDU itself has decided to to pour cold water on all of your fond hopes? Tomorrow is going to be a major show of strength by all of the NDA. They are going to state claim tomorrow, and in all likelihood on Sunday is going to be the swearing in. For now, no trouble. The Congress, though, will keep trying, I'm guessing. Thanks very much, all gentlemen, for joining me.